Hi, Ilanta here, and today I'm going to talk again about one of my favorite topics, and I'm in a little, and it's going to be about wild foods. Sometimes I will not talk because there are people, and okay, so I would like to talk about wild foods. It is almost spring. It came early this year. I'm here in a little forest. I'm not very. My phone doesn't allow me to change to the other view, but I'm gonna show you the little forest here. There's a stream there, and you can see some plants growing here. And then there is a little path along the river. Well, you can see only a little bit of the path. And I come here for walks, and lately I've been coming here for food too, because look at this. One of my favorite foods is growing here. It's wild garlic. It's called Bärlauch in German, and it's not related to garlic at all. It's actually, well, it's not related to garlic. And I don't eat garlic because it's a stimulant. I mean, it's medicine for me. I consider it medicine, so I don't really eat garlic, but I eat a ton of wild garlic when in season, which is about now. And yeah, so wild foods. A couple of things I would like to talk about wild foods. Okay, so now I think there's not many people here. I'm a bit shy to talk when people are around, especially here in Switzerland, which they are not really used to, like selfies and people talking on the videos. I get a bit shy. And so talking about anyway, talking about wild foods. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Wild foods. Good things about wild foods is that they are very, very nutritious, like really nutritious. They are more nutritious than cultivated, and I think we understand that. In the olden days, most of the foods was wild, and then we domesticated it. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just that there's less nutrition, especially if it's conventionally grown. I mean, of course, if it has pesticides, there's not much nutrition in there. And also, even if it's organic, if it's mass produced, which it's the case in most cases, it's how they do it nowadays. There's mass production of food, and that means that the soil is depleted, and if the soil is depleted, the plants are depleted. The food is only as good as the soil is, of course. I mean, and so wild foods grow in forests, for example, here in forests, and they grow everywhere, yeah, but the forests, we don't cultivate anything in the forest. The soil is very, very rich, and yeah, so it's extremely nutritious. That's number one. Number two is that, at least myself, I pick only a little bit. I don't pick a lot because first, it's very nutritious, I don't need a lot, and second, I just like to preserve the balance of nature, so I never pick too much. And so it keeps growing, it just keeps coming back. I would like to show you maybe in a later on in like in 1-2 weeks that this forest will be covered with Bärlauch. I mean the slopes. It'll be covered with Bärlauch. It grows. This is the ideal environment for Bärlauch. Anyway, I just love Bärlauch. I eat it every day, every year when it comes, which should be around March, but it's a bit earlier this year. And it has the same properties. You know, it's like as garlic. and it tastes like garlic, but it's not as strong, so you can eat a lot of it. Garlic for me, it kind of is as an irritant to the nervous system, and it's not something that I want at the moment. So I don't really do garlic. So this is a great substitute. I look forward each year to Bärlauch season when I'm in Switzerland or any other place where it grows. The other thing that it's time now, it's starting to grow, is nettles. Nettles is perhaps the most nutritious plant on the planet. Uh, at least one of the most nutritious plants that we can find here in Europe. It's full of iron. It's full of so many other things. You just Google it if you're interested. It is amazing. It's not something that people think of eating. I am not a fan of the taste. I'm honest. There's plenty of recipes on how to prepare them. You can even put it in a smoothie with a banana, and then it doesn't taste like nettles. You can make soups. You can make pestos. You can make like you would spinach. You can cook it like you would spinach. It's really, really an incredible food. I've been eating nettles, like dried nettles, and it gives me such strength. It's the best adaptogenic that you can find in Europe. It is an adaptogen. So it adapts to what your body needs, right? Instead of eating things that come from faraway lands, I do prefer at the moment to eat nettles, either dried when they are not in season, or now because it's the season, I will do it. I will eat it. So I just wanted to say something about nettles. For anybody that has pain in the body, which is me, I just found out a very ancient usage for nettle, and that is kind of forgotten, and I have been using it with great results, which is what it's called, urtication. I don't know, it's just the nettles has the sting, yeah, has all these prickles, and for some reason, if you rub it on your your affected area, wherever it hurts in your body, if you rub it there, it creates an analgesic effect. And more than that, there's something else, that if you rub it there, then you will be pain-free in that area. It's just that amazing. I mean, really, I'm so fascinated by it. I've been doing this for the last 1 week because I've had I had a problem in one of my arms, and there's a lot of pain in there, and there's a lot of other problems, and I've been rubbing nettles. It's just so painful, but it's just for like 5 minutes, and then there is no pain. I've got chronic back pain, like lower back pain, and when I sit, for example, in meditation or any other thing, but I've noticed that my meditations are so much more stable because I've been rubbing nettles in the lower back, and it doesn't hurt. It just doesn't hurt. This is quite unique. I don't know how long this is gonna take. So I did a little bit of, how long it's gonna last, this analgesic effect, but I think it's very, very anti-inflammatory as well. So it will have a long-lasting effect, or so I hope. But it's worth trying it, even if you just get some weeks of pain relief. It's just so worth it. My body feels completely different. I feel like a new person without those extra pains that I had, and I hope never to have again, the ones in my lower back. It really was amazing. The difference is amazing. I sit in meditation, I'm just like super happy there, whereas normally I would sit, and although I'm happy because I'm meditating, I do have that nagging pain there all the time. I say meditation, but of course you sit or whatever you do in your life. For me, it's been quite a difference in the way I feel when I meditate and the way I feel when I go about my day. So it's an incredible way of using nettles, and if you use it and if you have success, please contact me, because I'm very excited to find other examples of other people that use it and are successful with it. And there's more people coming. I'm just walking a little bit now again. So wild foods can be used. It's for free. That's another extremely good advantage. It's for free, and okay, so it's nutritious. It's it's seasonal. That's for sure. It's seasonal, and if you pick it, it's seasonal, and it's local. It's for free, and it's super nutritious, and you don't need a lot of it. So it's ecological too. One thing I would like to point out about picking things in the wild. One thing is, of course, don't take too much. If you can, just take what you need. And the other thing is wash it really well. I mean, I wash everything independent of if it comes from the supermarket or if I pick it in the wild, because there's always dirt. Many people handle them. If it is in the supermarket, people handled it, and we live in a time where we need to be really careful about bacteria, viruses, anything. So if you pick your things in the wild, it is important to wash it, and it is important to wash it. The way I do it, because imagine if an animal peed on it, you really can have a bad reaction to it. And just a second, you can really have a bad reaction to it, like especially if a fox pees. It's somehow not poisonous, but it is an irritant to humans. So foxes live in the forests or wherever you pick it. Forest, actually, foxes are coming closer and closer to where we live. You can see foxes many times in villages, even, or close to villages. Wow, there's so many people. It's such a beautiful day, so people come and walk in this little forest here. And so please wash it very well, and of course try to pick things from an area which it's not close to cars, otherwise you will get the exhaust from the cars. I wanted to show you more berlach because so wash it. The way that you wash it is, I wash it like this, with water and vinegar. Vinegar kills many things, and so water and vinegar, and you leave it there for a little while, for like 10 minutes. Should be sufficient to kill the nasties. Of course you can cook it, but if you're gonna eat berlach, you don't want to cook it, or cook it only a little bit. I'm gonna show you the berlach. Hello beauties. It's full of it everywhere. It's berlach. Yeah. So that's it. My tips. There's so many more things that we can talk about. So many more foods and things that we can talk about related to wild foods. But I wanted to leave you with this. It is an incredible food. An incredible food type, let's say, that will give you a strength and a wilderness, let's say, that you don't get from cultivated foods. Yeah, it is incredible. Gives you superpowers. At least makes you feel good. So, I hope this inspires you to eat more wild foods. Yeah, bye bye.